He used to spend his summers up here on the island, really enjoyed the peace and quiet, so he found he got a lot of writing done. Actually, he wound up writing two of his most famous novels based off the island. So we're coming back upon the Zabacon Island group. So if you didn't get that picture the first time, it definitely be a great opportunity to get it now. So you can slowly see the bridge start to pop into view. This bridge is only 42 feet in length, the shortest international footbridge in the world. So you can see the American flag on the right side of the bridge, Canadian flag on the left. The flag right in the middle is actually the flag from the Netherlands. The family that owns the island group today, they are of Dutch descent, so they thought, why not take that flag right in the middle. So, Little Zabacon with the flagpole, completely surrounded by American water. Big Zabacon, completely surrounded by Canadian water. So, two different islands in two different countries. Yes, they do have the same owner. So you're probably thinking, how is that possible? We were thinking the exact same thing when we actually got to meet the owner down in Picard on one of our tours 5-6 years ago. He had some extended family up here in the area, and he wanted to show more than 1,000 islands, so he brought him on one of our tours. He came right up to us, he introduced himself, told us who he was, so we started to ask him some questions about the islands, see if we could get some more information for the tour. So we asked some questions like, what was it like filing for taxes every year? Did it make you check in customs every time you walked between the two islands? So Ricard was a very nice man, answered every question we threw his way, told us that no, they actually don't make him check into customs every time. Tax season was one of the harder parts of the year for him. But he actually claims those two islands back there as his greatest assets. That's where he kind of stumped us. He went on to explain to us that he'd been happily married for 25 years, and he was a proud father of 2 teenage daughters. Well, he said just like any perfect family, they tend to fight. So when the fighting is just too much for him to handle, he would simply grab his fishing pole, his favorite 6-pack of beer, he would whistle for the dog, walk across that little bridge, and escape to another country. So you're going to notice that the water around the boat is actually starting to change color a little bit. If you look at the water, it's kind of more like a green color instead of that dark navy blue color from earlier. So this is because we're in a very shallow region of the St. Lawrence River called the mudflats. It's only about 8 to 10 feet in depth in this part of the river, about 3 meters in depth. So you can actually even see the bottom of the river. That's what gives it the green color that it has. So because it's so shallow here in the mudflats, it means the actual temperature of the water is a lot warmer than the water does in the deeper parts of the river. That makes the mudflats very popular with fish. There are 95 different species of freshwater fish here in the river. The largest you would find here in the river is the freshwater sturgeon. So the sturgeon's a prehistoric fish. They've been around for millions of years. They can even be as old as 150 years in age. An adult sturgeon can be as large as 7 to 12 feet or 4 meters in length, over 300 pounds in weight. Now today, the sturgeon is considered an endangered species. They were overfished in the early 1900s because their eggs are seen as a very rare form of caviar, so they get a very good price in the market in New York City. But luckily today, there are still a few hundred sturgeon here in the river, and their numbers are increasing every year, which is a great sign they're starting to come back to the area. So over here to our left is Deer Island. It's named for a type of animal that can be found on the island, the white-tailed deer. It was first purchased by Samuel Miller, later passed it down to his son George as a graduation present. George was an 1871 graduate of Yale University. He was also a member of a secret off-campus fraternity at Yale called the Skull and Bone Society. Pretty secretive fraternity out of Yale. They do have very prominent world leaders amongst their membership. Some of those include former presidents William Howard Taft, the late George H.W. Bush, and George W. Bush, former Secretary of State John Kerry, also a member. If you happen to be a member of this fraternity, upon your death, You have to give something back to the fraternity for all they've given you. Miller decided to give them Deer Island.